Hello lovely people, it's Sunday, it's the 14th of June, another family birthday. There was one yesterday as well. Told you it was busy this time of year. All bits of the family, all branches, all June. One thing I forgot to say yesterday was that I had done a bit of work on a previous project. Now this had started off as the Main Star shawl by Lady Wing Designs, which is a start narrow, go wide shawl. It's a free pattern, I think, on Ravelry. And this yarn was some hand-dyed, hand-spun from lime green jelly. And I had started it. Guess what? Didn't have quite enough yarn. Didn't have anywhere near enough yarn, really, to make it a full length to go around me. So I kind of started to taper it off and finished it. And it was done, and I'm pleased with kind of the knitting of it, but it wasn't that practical a garment. And then Barbara from Flame and Fibre was talking about cowls, and I'm sure you're all watching her vlog, but if you're not, she has a make-along at the moment for neckwear. It started off, she and someone who watches her podcast are going to do the l'envelope pattern. They're doing that. It started as a make-along, just the two of them, but she opened it up, and she opened it up to any neckwear. So scarf, shawl, she's called it Hug Around the Neck, and yes, she encourages double dipping. Just join her group. She's got a thread on Ravelry, and that's her make-along going on. This wouldn't be eligible because all I've done is sewn it up, but what I've done is I sewed the sort of, there's the narrow beginning edge, and I sewed it to my cast on edge to make it a sort of bandana style. So to make it a more sort of useful garment. So this would not be eligible for Hug Around the Neck with Barbara, but I thought I'd show you it anyway. So I really like it. The only reason I'm going to take it off is because it's extremely warm today. Very, very warm. But yeah, it's turned something that I really liked but into something that I really like. So that was a win. Yeah, this yarn is just gorgeous. Jo dyed it and then chain plied it, and it is just a thing of beauty and wonder. So I'm glad I've got into something usable now. It felt like I was kind of saving it for best, and if you save something for best, it means you never use it, so that's all good. So a warm day. I've been out in the garden today, and as I've explained in the past, my version of gardening is basically destruction. So there's a little path around the side of the house which takes you around to the garage, and it was getting quite overgrown. I'll put some footage in here. So that needed a bit of an attack, and I've got some little handheld clipper hedge trimmer things. So I use those to do the trick and to get that path widened up. So I'll put an after shot in here so you can see that the path is now usable. Makes all the difference, doesn't it? Then I decided to have a go at an area. It's a bit of a strange area at the side of the house. We're on a peculiar shaped plot. We're on the bend in the road. I often say to people we're just around the bend. And so we have this kind of wedge-shaped garden, and the house is at the front, at one of the wider parts of it, and there's a little area, it's a paved area, but it never gets direct sun because the sun starts there, goes all the way around, finishes there, well, it finishes coming in here, and this little paved area never gets any direct sun. So it's a bit of a kind of lost area, but it has got stuff growing all over it. And there's a bay tree that when we moved into the house a few years ago was probably up to my shoulders, and now is practically up to the roof. So I thought that needs to be chopped down. So today I was sawing and lopping and shredding. I did say that my favourite bit of equipment was the shredder. and this is it in action. There's something incredibly satisfying about it, and particularly with woody pieces. It does chop up leaves, but they quite often clog up in the mechanism because they're soft. But a piece of wood going through it and chipping up, oh, there's something very satisfying about that, yes. So that was what I was doing today. And my back is now telling me I've done a little too much in the garden. But if I just keep sensible with my back, I should be fine. Thank you to everyone who commented on yesterday's vlog and for the interest in meditation. And thank you especially to Brenda, who stated the obvious thing that I should have stated. Because I was saying about, oh, how it kind of calms the mind and brings everything down, which is all true. But actually what it does mostly is just bring you into the present. And that's a motorbike going up the road, in case you worry, we have strange insects. So yeah, it brings you into the present. So you're not worrying about the future, you're not fretting over the past, you're just here now. And I think back when I did one of the early coronavirus vlogs, I was saying about the anxiety, and it is that sense of, where am I right now? Am I okay? Am I safe? Am I well? Or no worse than usual? You know, it's that kind of grounding into the now, the here. This is what it is. The next bit will be the next what it is, you know. So yeah, so thank you for the interest in that, and thank you so much, Brenda, for reminding me of the most obvious thing about mindful meditation. I told you I got a butterfly brain. Oh dear me. So gardening this morning, I only did about an hour. I can only do about an hour of gardening at any time because I have an old weakness in my back due to me moving some furniture on my own in my 20s and messing things up. It's fine most of the time, but I just have to be careful when I'm doing heavy work or a lot of twisting or bending. I just have to be conscious of it. We should all look after our backs anyway, but mine I know will tell me quick enough if I've made it unhappy. So that was this morning, then a bit of knitting this afternoon. I woke up early this morning. I didn't start shredding early this morning, but I woke up about 5 and I couldn't get back to sleep, so I didn't want to disturb himself. So I went downstairs, did a bit of knitting, and then slept in the armchair, as we all do. So I think I caught up on the sleep, just a 2 holiday sleeping process. Two venue. Yeah, so just a bit of a, apart from my gardening, bit of a lazy day. Yeah. That's okay, I like those. They work for me. Didn't go out in the garden to sit today, partly because the garden chairs aren't as supportive as I felt I needed, given that I had this kind of twinge. And also it was a really nice temperature in our sitting room. We had the double doors open, dog could wander in and out, and it was just a nice temperature. So I've been knitting this afternoon. Doing pretty well on my sister's cardigan, actually. I think I've got about 12 inches done from where it joins for the armholes down. I know it's got to be 26, but 12 isn't bad. So yeah, plodding on with that, and plodding on with everything really. Hope you're all doing okay. I hope you've had a good weekend. I know that some people work over the traditional weekends, so they have their time off at other times, so enjoy that when it happens. Keep well, take care, and back to the working week tomorrow for me. But I hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.